Hey everyone, hey everyone, hey everybody. It's me, your boy, Neferah. I know I seem real quiet right now, but that is to be expected. It's 444 right now, which is funny. The veil's getting really thin, isn't it? We got the Modern Witch Tarot right here. And look, I've already I've been comprehensive about doing this. However, they've been giving me some signs to just kind of tap in. We got the Four of Swords. Okay. First of all, I'm sorry. I need some lo-fi in my life. I don't know how to do this other than to have lo-fi going on in the background. Thank you for coming to my channel too. I hope you can hear me. If you cannot hear me, please let me know. Otherwise, I don't think tell. Oh, shush. Please shush. Please shut up this ad, please. Okay. Oh, that's relaxing. Okay. What else we got up in here? We had the Four of Swords. I'm gonna put that back because I need to restore my energies. Um, something's telling me things are not around us as they seem. With that, I got the King of Cups and the Six of Cups. The King of Cups and the Six of Cups can talk about memories. They can talk about fond memories and soul connections, soulmate connections. They can talk about people who are very close to you, especially when it comes to this King of Cups. We're talking about emotional connections. The King of Cups is seen as more of like an advisor to me. They're seen as someone who you can trust and depend on. They're seen as like more of a therapist or someone who is like genuinely interested in your um, well-being, your emotional well-being. Um, the King of Cups energy not perceived, it is something good. Now we have Five of Swords, and I've been pondering on this Five of Swords energies. Okay, and then we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and so like we're all about the Wheel of Fortune, right? But when it's in reverse, we don't realize that our ups and our downs, our negatives and our positives, and everything in between are all a part of the Wheel of Fortune. Even seemingly negative things that happen. And so sometimes defeat is the victory, and victory is defeat. And I've been actually pondering that when it comes to this Five of Swords, because sometimes we have to fight battles that in the end we win, but we also lose. Like they're like it costs to win, you know? Sometimes it costs to win. And with the energy of it, if it costing to win, um, we have to understand that not all victories and are as they seem, and not all losses are as they seem. Okay. When it comes to that Five of Wands, Five of Swords energy, it's just all it's change. Okay. It's things changing states. And so even if something looks like it's not good with that Wheel of Fortune, still it's in things have to change, the wheel has to spin, and what it lands on for you or for somebody else, whether it be good or bad or indifferent, is all part of the changing of the wheel. Okay. And so at some point you might feel defeated, or at some point you might win, but that defeat, you can still bounce back from a defeat. Okay. With the victories usually come at a cost, you know. It's fun to think about, right? Then we have the death energy. And so the death energy, that's Scorpio, that's what we are entering into now. And that's what we're already entered into. And so we're feeling these feelings of change. We're on the heels of certain changes. And sometimes we don't know how to accept those changes. Do we have a new dawn right there? Or the sun? Sometimes I feel like that's the sun setting. It could be a new dawn or it could be the sun setting. But the most important points about those is points in between those times. And the points of darkness, the points of unconsciousness coming to consciousness and then transformation. So that death card is letting us know that there's endings that's happening. Um, some of us have experienced deaths in families or like real deaths, but a lot of times we look at death as transformations and metamorphoses when we do tarot because we're not trying to predict people's death dates here. Um, that's not what that's not what I do personally. Um, but sometimes this part comes up when somebody has experienced a death in their family or they're experiencing a period of death, whereas the endings of things that are coming to a natural ending or something that's coming to a welcome. Some things that are ending can be welcomes. So there's different ways that we can take it, but ultimately it is what it is. You know, we have to face whatever endings that are having to happen. And I feel like that sometimes we feel like that's a negative thing. We have to start turning these things up on their heads. And it's about what we believe. And you have to make the choice to believe them to believe them things. What is your narrative? What is the direction of your narrative? Is it going to serve you in the end or is it not? That's what I want to know. Okay. Um, like with that kingly energy, sometimes it's the power of becoming, or sometimes the power of authority. And here's my girl, the high priestess right now. And so this is who is, talking to me, guiding me right now. And then we have the judgment card. So the high priestess is talking about the resolution. So the high priestess is prophesying about the judgment, which is a prophecy. Okay, the high priestess is about a prophecy, the ending, the death, the endings, okay, of certain things in our lives. and then the resolution, okay, the resurrection of other things in life. Okay. So the revelation, okay. So I feel like this the high priestess is talking about things that is hidden, things that are secrets, and sometimes this judgment card comes up. The death in the Scorpio energy is also ruled by Pluto, which can rule secrets. Sometimes they're occult secrets, sometimes they're spiritual secrets and mysteries, things unfolding, okay? Things finally becoming revealed, okay? Seeing the truth. That's a big thing because with this Two of Swords energy, it's almost as if it's not something that we want to see. But the Judgment card is a collective card. It's not just personal. It includes others. It includes the multitudes. Okay, so I don't think she'll miss what's going on here. uh-huh. I do see that angel there. The angel. That Four of Swords energy is what came out before, and I think a lot of like for me lately, this has been me. Like my mind, my brain have really been just like not wanting to do a lot. Uh, wanting to rest, wanting to sleep, because we're amidst a lot of energetic changes that they're trying to distract us so we don't notice what's going on. But I usually do notice a lot of things that's going on just simply by the way that I feel. And when there's a big transitions, I feel tired a lot. I feel down. I feel like I can't move. I feel like this and this girl in the bed. Okay. So during those times, I just nurture myself. I try not to make myself do too much. That's unnecessary. I just sleep. Uh, I do as much as possible to sleep because like the reality is literally the fabric of the reality is literally changing. The Queen of Pentacles energy is here. That gives me uh, in the reverse. That's giving me like when I think about endings and things, the Queen of Pentacles can have negative connotations to it too. And sometimes with that Queen of Pentacles, a person has a value, um, and I feel like that reverse energy is someone who is not being seen for their value, what they really bring to the table, and very much underestimated. Then we have the Five of Cups. Okay, so this has caused much sadness. Okay, so much sadness that it breaks down a person to where you can't see the good of life. You can only see your losses. You can only see how you were defeated. You only see you can only see the cup half empty. Okay, and so we have another five here, which is we're in the midst of changes, right? And so this is what happens. Okay, and it's not always that it has to happen to you or it's your misfortune or it's not always the karma. Sometimes it's like just the way that it comes. Sometimes it's just what the wheel spins on and it's your turn to experience this time. You know, there's divine work at play here. And, and it's more than just, oh, woe is me. It's not a personal thing when you have a loss in life. Sometimes you have to embrace them losses. But while they're happening and we're experiencing the hurt and the sting of it, you don't see it that way, but you kind of like detach from that and look at things in a different perspective. This is where the magician comes in because that magician energy has to look at things in a different perspective, in a different way, to flip things around, to flip negatives into positives, to turn negatives into positive things. Okay, to make something and serve you. Okay, can you do that? Your magician abilities and skills is going to determine how well you're going to be able to make this transition. Now we have the temperance. We have temperance because during times of great changes, this is what you must do a lot of the times. Um, Temperance talks about bringing different concepts, spiritual concepts together and using them to temper extremes. Some part of you have to keep grounded in the physical. Okay, so if you look at this angel, which is the higher self, okay, the making of the spirit, or the great work of the spirit, or the great work of the alchemist, is to become this being, okay, to become a being who is spiritual, that has everything, that is balanced, that incorporates different elements of masculine and feminine elements. So this temperance is this being that within itself takes extremes, uses them to make something different, uses them to create a balance, to strike a balance. Okay, um, it's also you're a work of art in a sense, and to complete that work, life has to kind of throw some, like, life can be peaceful and great all the time. Life has to kind of throw some extremes your way. You know, we have to deal with extremes on either side, and that temperance card is measuring how well we're able to incorporate those elements into our life so that it does not overcome us, but it can serve us. That's also the mark of a good magician. Now we have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles, I think that is alluding to the economy. The Four of Pentacles is how we're feeling right now about the coins. Okay? I think we're viewing the coins as a little more precious right now. Okay? So watch where you're putting your coins. Watch where you're putting your coins. Mm. I saw the Queen of Swords, but I'm gonna put her back right now. Nine of Cups and Justice. So I'm still getting all of this. Like this is getting what I want. This is feeling smug. This is feeling fulfilled. This is feeling like, ha, like, look at my shit. I told you so. I'm gonna get my stuff. I'm gonna get what I want. And see, justice is on a lot of our sides. The karmic scales, like a lot of times when you're experiencing negativity in life, instead of striking out against people who don't have your best interest, striking out against people who underestimate your value or your worth, you can easily feel justified in doing the same thing. But a lot of times that's not going to yield you the same result as if you just flip it around. Okay, just not flip it and project it back onto somebody else, but to take it and to transform it into something that's going to serve you. So you have the benefit of that. But also, when like these things are here to test you, so that when everything's said and done, and those karmic energies have to reset, your balance is left. You're left with a positive balance. You're left with a positive balance because you did something positive, transform something. Okay, and so then you get more positive karma and positive energies to you as a result of that, to balance that scales out. Okay, because you balance your own scales, universe sees this. This is also balancing the cosmic scales. Great work. Okay, great work. This is lifting, this is elevating, this is graduating. This is the end of major. This is the end of a major ass cycle. You know, some things are really being balanced out. There was a lot of things hanging in the balance. Um, the tower, look at that. I'm not tripping. I'm not tripping on this. No, I'm not tripping. What's under there? The fool. What I say? We have the end and we have the beginning. So we're on the precipice of great change that are bringing endings Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now, Jay? Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So, what I was saying was, um, I don't know how long y'all couldn't hear me. That's a damn shame. What I was saying was that Empress energy is that feminine energy. Um, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put all my cards back into the deck. I'm gonna put all my cards back, and I'm gonna bring them out again because what I'm feeling is just so many changes in the air, and it's affecting me and my homegirls. Okay, it's upsetting me and my homegirls. A lot of them have to deal with secrets being revealed, big things, big game changers. That's just going to change the foundation of everything. And just the messages that I was getting when it came to that was this concept of the tower energy, and that tower is basically like people falling out of a fucking tower, right? But not everybody's going to fall out of the tower. Jay said it's affecting you and your relationship. I understand. It's affecting a lot of relationships. Some you have like you're going to be some things that are just going to end. Relationships are going to end. Some things are not for you yourself to end. However, when the natural cycles of things is just to end, but some things have to go through a cycle of rebirth. Um, and so look for that. But you can see a lot of anomalies, sudden changes in the air when we get to this point of um, ascension. When we get to the 0 point, when we get to the point of where quantum jumping and changing realities. Okay. And so one thing I'm seeing is that ooh, Jesus. See, we have Three of Swords energy. Okay. That's Mayday. That's man down. That is the crying out of the heart, saying that I am hurt, I'm wounded, help me. Okay. And so it makes sense to pay. And then I've been getting Three of Swords energy all this time. I've been getting Three of Swords energy. Um, and then we have Eight of Wands again. We have Eight of Wands again. It's just like going back to the beginning of the reading. With that Eight of Wands, it's like things just keep moving, even though it's like a big joke, right? You don't get to sit down and you don't get to, you don't really get to experience the healing, right? Because there's so much going on. Then we have this Page of Wands. I don't know what this Page of Wands thinks she's doing. She's just swinging her sword around any old kind of way. It's very, it's very easy to be hurt by people like this. Swinging their sword, just saying whatever they want to, thinking they are right. Okay, don't allow these people, because this is the vulnerability. Okay, so don't allow children to fuck with your emotions and fuck with your heart, fuck with your mental. Okay, don't allow that, because then what happens when it's time to really go forward? You can't align yourself with the energy. It's beating you in the ass because you gotta heal yourself. Please. Paige is a child swinging around a sword. Okay, don't go near that. The swords are words. The person that doesn't know how to communicate and use their words is somebody who you want to stay away from. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Temperance. Okay. Temperance. I feel with this swords energy, the hurt energy, um, the temperance talks about is giving me a miraculous solution. Okay. And so to really take advantage of some kind of miraculous solution or some kind of miraculous healing, it takes a heightened amount of spirituality. And so you can heal yourself quickly. And there is a need for one to do that because of this Eight of Wands energy, which shows things progressing quickly, so much that you may not have time to do the healing in a slow way. Okay. And realizing this, okay. Um, some people just, take their wounded heart, stick it, where they can stick it and just try to just do the best that they can, you know. But a lot of times that can lead to hardening of the heart. Okay. Now we have the we have the Knight of Cups. The Knights deal with actions. Taking action is going to be a big part of taking action when it comes to emotions, speaking words, poetry, music, artistic endeavors, being able to show your talents, being able to showcase yourself, being able to communicate your emotions to others is a big skill to know with the Knight of Cups. Okay. If you're single, this can help you. This is water sign energy. It can help you. A girl in purple leggings. I don't know. I don't know, Carlos. Maybe you will. I'm getting a lot of somebody's energy is coming in here. I'm getting a lot of like the words of poetry, the words of love, being able to speak a love language and communicate those energies. Now we have Seven of Swords energy, which I hate. Like she has some leggings on. I don't know about this one. She has leggings. They're not purple, but Seven of Swords energy. Something about these energies are not matching up. Something about these energies are not matching up. This Seven of Swords energy, it talks about sometimes when deceit is necessary, or you're being deceived, or there's some kind of deceit involved. And with the Seven of Swords, we have to figure out whether we have to be the deceitful ones or if we are the ones being deceived. Um, is deceit wrong? Is it right? Who knows? Who knows? Sometimes Seven of Swords. Sometimes we find ourselves in situations where it's you must be decisive or you must have to deceive someone else. Um, Now I see this girl, the Page of Cups. With this energy, the Page of Cups is very innocent. Okay. I'm feeling that there's like a lot of energy out there. You can't go out there all innocent and stuff. You can't be that trusting and you can't be that open and vulnerable with everybody because one, um, you know, this offering, that cup is the offering of a friendship. That cup is the offering of pure emotion. It is the offering of an intimacy. It is innocence. Okay. But then that Seven of Swords energy, that's like dubious work at play. It's dubious work. So some people are out here really preying on emotions. And that is why a lot of people find ourselves in this Three of Swords is because we're trusting in side of the wrong people who don't know how to handle their their thought power, their words power. They have always have ulterior motives. They're predatory, excuse me, predatory. So think about being predator. Think about people who prey on children. Think about people who prey on the elderly or the defenseless. To have your heart broken and hurt like this, it causes you have to open yourself into a state of defenselessness. You have to let those guards down in order to even have your heart struck that many times. Then we have Page of Pentacles. I'm getting a lot of pages. It's a lot of messages. I'm seeing a lot of messages. Pages are messengers. All the messengers are coming through. Actually, we're missing one page. If this other page comes through, I'm going to be sick. Okay, I like this energy. So the Page of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles, these energies are going together. So I'm seeing that a lot of people's finances will improve in increments, small increments of payments coming in, but also having to balance those with the Six of Pentacles. That's kind of like receiving, but public help or having to, it's like one hand kind of feeds the other. Okay. It's one hand that feeds the other. The energy's going all over the place. I'm feeling like so. It's like receiving, but also giving. Okay. Give to receive to give. Understanding the Page of Pentacles has something to give. The Page of Pentacles has something to deliver. Okay. Sometimes the Six of Pentacles to me can represent social programs, tax breaks, windfalls. Okay. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Love that energy. That's coming out with the Hermit. See, this Queen of Pentacles is like, it's like somebody is there's people with energies of monies and energies like this, but they're hermits. They don't come outside because a lot of people are not mature. The Queen of Pentacles is the energy that is like giving, but they're also like a hermit. They don't like to come outside. They're not sociable. They hold a lot of information. They're nerd like. Okay. They have that nerd kind of energy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, this is alluding to the economy again. That Queen of Pentacles. It's almost as if she's closed herself off, or she's closing herself off. A lot of people with resources and things like that are starting to close and pinch themselves off from the world. Okay, be careful how you treat people because there's people out here with resources that want to help others, but they just been struck so many times. It's crazy. You have to come off as a fucking genuine ass person to even get a hold of them because everybody is out to get what they got with that Five of fucking wands. Everybody's out to get it, you know. And here they are, as close as hell. You know, I feel bad because there's people out here in the world who have a lot of money and they want to help people. And they so do, but so many people out in the world are just not, I don't want to say not worthy, but not deserving. Not deserving at all. We have the King of Pentacles. We have the King of Cups here again. The King of Cups, the masculine energy, the energy of men. There's a lot of men out here that are really sensitive. I don't want to say like men, but it's energy. It's masculine energy. It's masculine, and that's like a therapist. That's somebody who understands people. That's like a psychologist, psychiatrist, it's counselor. Okay, that King of Cups kind of energies, and so I think that people whose career paths, like these people are going to be more necessary. People who think logically and understand emotions, but they don't become overcome by those emotions. Okay, they can help you understand what you're going through, and so you need to start to. Some people need to start to seek these people out. Okay, I have the Fool, man. Why do we have the Fool here? Because sometimes it talks about taking a leap of faith. Sometimes it talks about taking a leap of faith. And for some people, I'm feeling, especially this King of Pentacles energy and the Queen of Pentacles. For some people, it is people who have money, um, people who have money but are trying to and want to share it, but they want to distribute it in the right system. And they don't want to. They don't want to just hand their riches out haphazardly, their resources out haphazardly. Um, I'm also feeling like that full energy is just like, just opening yourself up again. And what do we talk about? The full energy, the wantonness. Sometimes that can lead you into places that you don't want to go. But ultimately, if you are in need of a new slate, um, but let's see this full. Let's open up this full energy, because ultimately it can be kind of like a rare. It can open up you up to randomness. You know what I'm saying? That fool. But sometimes spirit wants to take a leap of faith. Six of Wands comes out with that full energy. So something is telling me that a leap of faith is going to bring out a lot of rewards and victories. Okay. Jumping into the spotlight, jumping out front, or jumping to take the lead into something. And we also have the Ace of Cups here. The Ace of Cups talks about new emotional experiences. It's insights, psychic insights. Uh, Also just feeling good, just generally feeling good about life. And it doesn't have to happen. It's like you're balanced, your emotions are balanced, your hormones are balanced. It's just having a good day. Sometimes Ace of Cups is just having a good day. Then we have the moon. Okay. This moon energy, it I like it because it's hard to explain. This moon energy, there's always the subtle influences that guide us in different directions, and we call it intuition. We call it the unconscious. We call it the instinct. Okay, and with those instincts and intuition, there are movements, okay, that occur. And if you can free yourself and feel this movement, let yourself look free, um, and kind of take movements. It also kind of sometimes those movements will lead down a path where you feel like you're going to fall off a cliff, or you feel like that you're about to jump. Okay, jump at a chance or jump at an opportunity, um, to take a leap. You know, and when it is guided by certain forces, that are outside of the unconscious, that are outside of the conscious mind, it's important to take those leaps, because this is the internal force that's guiding you. And see, when you leap, you're not even falling; you're going to float. Um, you're going to. Well, I hate to break it to you, Tarot Destroyer. Tarot was created by Christians, so tarot is and divination is in the Bible, actually. And it is they did make laws that I'm a Bible expert. I'm a Christian. I was originally a Christian, so I know all the Christian stuff. The Bible definitely does uh tell people not to do divination. It was more of like a law. that they created so that regular people would not do divinations. But every king in the Bible had somebody who did tarot, had somebody who did prophecies and dream interpretations and um, what I say? What else is it? Astrology, numerology. So you can't fool me. It is what it is. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. Anyways, there's so much information out here. Like I was grew up in church, so I know all of this stuff from that from the Bible. So um anything that's prohibiting something, a lot of people was doing. That means a lot of people was doing it, and it was normal and accepted. Never mind that. But anyways, um when you are guided by your intuitive forces and it feels like that you're going to take a leap or a jump, take it because it's a test. It's a test to see if you will jump. And not I'm not telling you to jump off a fucking cliff and in a sense, in a physical sense, but get in touch with those that guiding force. Get in touch with that force that causes you to move without thought. And that's what the intuition is. That's what the moon is about. It's about moving and navigating the world without conscious thought. It's using unconscious things. It's unconscious movement. And so the unconscious movement is only available if you surrender to it. Okay? That's the only way that becomes available. All right. And to understand that and to be able to surrender to that, it causes a spiritual advancement. Okay. You become spiritually advanced. The death card is here again, and I like that because we're in Scorpio season, and it's just the end of the season. The death card brings welcomed endings, and the world card also brings welcome endings and closes to certain situations. Just your willingness to be able to start new and to start fresh um, brings about the endings of other things. Okay. Oh boy, my neck has been bothering me. So my neck has been bothering me. That deals with throat chakra issues and expressing your truth and understanding your truth of who you are. Um, so there we go. I don't care if people come in here and do that because it's fine with me. People are like, you're wicked. I'm like, what? So with the Two of Swords energy, that's like weighing choices. That's like being at a stalemate, not knowing what to choose. And sometimes if we are let our logic interrupt what our unconscious mind is trying to get us to do. And the unconscious mind is also the higher self. Within the unconscious mind is the larger part of ourselves. And so if we can't tap into that, then the Two of Swords becomes a stalemate. It becomes when we have to stop. It comes to a point where we have to deliberate and use our logic mind. Sometimes let the logic mind do what it do, but it shouldn't be running the show of our lives. It shouldn't be making very large and important decisions. It should be used for calculations. Ten of Swords, huh? Beat down and bust down. Beat down and bust down. But everything's fine. Everything's fine. Two of Pentacles. Sometimes we lose our balance. And this Ten of Swords, I have to commend some of y'all because this Ten of Swords energy is like repeated backstabs, repeated betrayal, repeated instances of that Three of Swords energy. And but maybe the difference between this and this, which is keeping a balance. It's about the dance of life. It's about understanding different concepts as spiritual and material, understanding that you're a material being as well as a spiritual one. And so you want to take part in the things that the spiritual world has to offer. The Ten of Swords means that there's nothing behind the past. There's nothing behind the past. There's nothing that's going to happen from backtracking. The only thing that you can do is to move forward. Okay. And if you got to juggle, whatever you got to do to pick yourself back up, because the Ten of Swords is a motherfucker, it can just drain all the life out of you. Then we have the High Priestess again. Okay. The High Priestess is the seer. Okay. The High Priestess shows us the mysteries. Okay. I think that I'm going to end this. I do appreciate you guys coming and talking with me and streaming with me. I do want to stream again very soon. I got stuff that I'm going to do, but I appreciate y'all coming to my live and coming and chilling with me. Let's see, I'm going to remove that post that that person sent to me, that ignorant ass bitch. Oh, excuse my language, but anyway, I love you guys, and I'll talk to you guys later. All right, peace.